Greetings to everyone world over, all our brothers and sisters across the globe, wherever you are. It's a green morning, green afternoon, and green evening. We wish to share with everyone that this is one of the most important and a hot topic world over post pandemic times because caregivers, that means people need mental wellness, physical wellness, environmental wellness, spiritual wellness, economic wellness, social wellness, cultural wellness. You can add so many words for all this. Wellness is very, very important for everybody. And when we talk about it, there are a lot of young boys and girls who basically are looking forward to earn and learn. Learn and earn. That means you should be doing a job also and you should be moving up in the ladder also. After 12th standard, if you want to get into some kind of a work, there could be different permutation combinations. You might be staying with the family, with them as a part of the family and giving a service over there. Or you may be doing for 8 hours, 12 hours, 24 hours, different categories of the caregivers when we talk about. Different countries world over, up to 2030, we need approximately 83 million caregivers. And if I go a little ahead in the numbers, then it goes up to almost about 182 million. But years also move ahead, that's up to 2050. But how the scenario would be after pandemic, you got to understand this is 2023, so 7 year. This is the realistic demand as on date. People are aging, children, new babies are not born. And at the same time, challenges are world over in all continents where they need the young people to take care of the elderly people wherever they are. So today, we will be taking certain areas related to Canada. We're going to discuss about Canada. So Sunday, 30th of April, 2023, we extend a very warm welcome. We have got two of our distinguished guests. Mr. Vikas Malhotra has already joined me. He is the tourism strategist, a strategist who always thinks and he always comes out with innovative ideas, new ideas, what all should be done so that people should learn and earn. Don't become burden on your parents. And if you can share some responsibilities and sooner you get into maturity, that is something fantastic. Today is also CPA Surya Vijay Sastri Kotamarti ji. I hope he would also be joining in a little while because today is the 30th April, is the last day to file the taxes as far as the returns are concerned, I think, in Canada. And tomorrow is important day, which Vikas Malhotra ji will discuss as far as Canada when we take as a case study. Let me just proceed. Let me just move forward. ICSI, International Chamber for Service Industry, the vertical which is associated exclusively for services sector. And I hope you all know when you talk about tourism, hospitality, airlines, education, skills, IT, ITS, and of course, health, wellness, and whatsoever is related to that, including caregivers, they all are the part of service industry. We have got 32 million brothers and sisters across the globe, and our chamber is proud that we are deeply linked up with them and we discuss lots of things. Last week, if you recall, we have done one of the episodes and one of the curtain raisers with you, and that was the great news from Canada 2023 that caregivers work visa increased with the lesser work experience. So that was the good news. And also we shared with you, today is the last day of April, that April 4th every year is being celebrated in Canada as a National Caregivers Day. Vikasji will tell you in a little while what tomorrow they are celebrating in Canada, and that would also be a good knowledge for all of you. So caregivers, they are partners in hope, support, and comfort. And at the same time, when you give care to someone, whether you are giving medicines, you're having paramedical services, You're having physically, challenged people, those got to be taken care of, or elderly people, those have to be taken care of, or maybe small kiddies, the tiny tots, those are born and the both parents couple is a working couple and they leave the child behind. So it's a different kind of an experiences in the caregiving, depending on where do you fit in and what basically you're passionate about. So as far as Canada, and for that matter, any country is concerned, people are aging. You see Japan, you see South Korea. Similar way, the Canadian population is also continuously aging. They would also require lots of support. At the same time, there's a good news. It may increase, but this is the first forecast they had given that as far as the immigration to Canada is concerned, they're planning to have 465,000 immigrants coming to Canada in the year 2023. And here were different entries, express entry, provincial nominee program, family sponsorship, Atlantic immigration program, and caregivers, special category, rural and northern immigration pilot, agri-food pilot, startup visa, and self-employed visa. These were different areas which were discussed with regard to Canada immigration in 2023. Now, ladies and gentlemen, why do we fall sick? And why do we feel aged? Sometimes the biological is a number. And something very interesting I would like to share with all of you. Certain people, they achieve the biological age, but mentally they are very strong. When mentally you are robust, you can push your biological clock by a couple of years. But at the same time, if you're mentally weak and if you're not strong, the age will catch you soon and you would look much older than your actual biological age. So look after yourself. Do you remember Ikinawa, Ikigai of Japan? If you remember that, then you got to remember over here this also, that this is something very important. Whatever your mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Start believing. I got to remain young. I got to avoid junk food. I got to remain positive because in one day, 60 to 70,000 thoughts, they crisscross our mind. You got to remain positive. You got to remain energetic. So let's come together for the caregivers. What kind of education, what kind of skills, what kind of formalities, what all is needed. That is something very important. We have got lots of people, those have joined us over here on the YouTube. We extend them a very warm welcome. And we also have a very special, I won't call him a guest, he's a part of the family, Mr. Tyrone D. Brass. He's our advisor in the northeast part of India. He's also joining us all the way from the Garo Hills. That's in the Tura, that's in Meghalaya. From Shillong, you got to go all the way, keep moving, and you reach Tura and you enjoy that particular place. So, ladies and gentlemen, we extend a very warm welcome, very hearty welcome to all of you. We keep moving, and program is going live on the YouTube channel. You can enjoy, and today is 1925th webinar, Preparing to be Caregivers. It's a part 3. We would like to do lots of justice with this particular segment for different countries. We are going to take different verticals, but today let's focus on as far as Canada is concerned, and we talk over here. So with these words, join me in extending very warm welcome and heartiest, the gratitude to Mr. Vikas Malhotra. And hearty welcome, pleasure, good morning, green morning to you in Canada. And Vikasji, kindly tell our audience before we start today's session. 1st May, it's a Labor Day in India. 1st May, how it is being observed in Canada. What exactly do you take care of as far as Canada is concerned?
Thank you. Thank you for having me over here once again, and welcome to part 3 of a very, very special segment that we are talking about for the last 2 weeks is to give care. And I must let you know, one of the auspicious occasions in the travel industry is 1st of May. It is celebrated as Travel Agents Appreciation Day.
Wow.
Canadian travel community comes together, airlines, tour operators, ground operators, handlers, baggage handlers, admin handlers, policy makers, everybody comes collectively and they appreciate the ground staff, the front line, the people who actually are making a difference in front with all the clients and the vendors as an appreciation day. So we go back 1 year, we celebrate this day with full enthusiasm.
Travel Agents Appreciation Day in Canada tomorrow.
That's right. It's
You,
not like a national holiday,
yeah.
but in the travel community, it's a very big day for us.
You come
So
from the tourism industry, so it's going to be a very, very, very vibrant day for you. Whole day.
it is very, very active and lots of stuff goes on this day. Lots of prizes, lots of appreciation, lots of awards. This is being done wherever in East, North, South, or Mid, wherever you are in the Canadian regions and associated in whatever segment of the travel industry. It is a day which we celebrate like full enthusiasm.
Great, great. Now, being little selfish, I always talk about India to get more inbound tourism from abroad, more tourists to come to India. And we have taken the category besides other medical tourism, dental tourism, wellness tourism, spiritual tourism, cultural heritage tourism, and of course, a couple of other areas are there. NRIs, when they come, they might be having certain other tasks also besides meeting their families and a couple of other things they would like to do when they are here. We are focusing now on caregivers. When you give, when you give your services to someone and you take care of someone and you do it professionally. And over here, like we have discussed earlier, for the audience, we would like to tell that if one person is going and who is getting this particular assignment or opportunity in Canada, then with the lady, husband can also go, children can also go, a lot of things which Vikas Malhotra ji and our Kotamarti ji, they had discussed. Now, Vikas ji, what would you like to focus today on?
The segment number 3, what we are, I'm going to call as episode number 3. I would like to continue from where we left the last 2 weeks also. And there are few little things that are some kind of a groundwork. And I requested my audience to do some groundwork as well, to take the first step, to take the action. I want to tell some parallel things which happens. So let's focus on the word care, C-A-R-E, and then the second word of the same phonetics, G-I-V-E-R-S. Somebody who gives care is termed in that bracket as a caregiver. When this webinar was started, and many in the past also, Dr. Sir has been using 2 words, learn and earn. Let's focus on learn and earn. The word learn jo hai, let's remove the L out of that. So what do we get? We get earn and we get earn. That means earn is a subset of learn. I'm not trying to teach a maths class over here, but I'm just trying to explain you the connection. Now, what is this L? L is for love. When you give care to others, what are you going to do? You're giving love. You will give love. Whatever you're learning, you are loving it. Whatever you're earning, you are loving it. This letter L has a very strong presence. Learn and earn goes very well hand in hand in connection with each other.
You have made it earn and earn.
Thank you. I also want to focus on one more thing, which every single webinar of ICSI has always been talking about. Whatever your mind can conceive and believe it can achieve. Let's have a case study over here on this platform. Let's have a case study of a gentleman called Elon Musk. Elon Musk is very non-conventional human being whose mind thinks totally different on a different track. Yes, we all hear about Twitter. Oh my God, he fired 50% of the staff. He did this, he did that. If you ever see his interview, which happened about 4.5 to 5 years ago when he failed his third space mission. It failed. He said, I was on the verge of being a bankrupt with lots of money being owned. Today, he's sitting at one of the richest men in the whole world. How did that jump happen? Is because he launched SpaceX. He launched Tesla. He launched electric vehicles. He got to the world that for the humanity, I want to do something before I leave this world, that we are going to run out of petrol, which we call gas here. Most of you would be knowing this. So he said, we are definitely going to run out of gas. How is the transportation world going to exist without gas? So I got to build something different. And what he did, he came out with EV, which is an electric vehicle. So Tesla was launched. Tesla was a total failure in the first phase. Total. The Ministry of Transportation in USA said, sorry, this is not going to work. Today, he's one of the most successful EV manufacturers with driverless driving. Can you just think about it? You do not have to even hold the steering to drive that car. He's the first pioneer. Whatever your mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve.
Wow.
So we got to work towards, as a team, we got to think beyond our circle. I always feel inspired. I always feel very positively aggressive inside. Guys, we got to do something for this world. We've come on this earth. We are still better than lots of plants. And allow me to say, I love plants and animals, but I'm going to say we are human beings. Are we here just to waste our time and just to eat and drink and lazy around and have ganne ka juice all the day through? No. Are we here to do something? Yes. What something? Give 60 seconds of your day to think about the world, to think about humanity, to give love, to give care. Give 60 seconds of your mind. Be inspired. Be hungry. I always say what Steve Jobs says. You got to think beyond your circle and periphery of what you do in a daily life. Just 60 seconds. You will meditate. That is for yourself, which is excellent. They always say for the peace of mind, wellness, we use that word. But when the word caregivers come, you are thinking beyond yourself. You're giving love to another. You're giving care to another. And you need to be with a senior citizen of 90 years and sitting and storytelling. No, not at all. That is just one segment. Giving care to another person is still going to the poverty village and just giving maybe one snack, one fruit. That is also giving care. Giving care is also you are working as a tour guide outside Taj Mahal in India. You're welcoming tourist. This is my India. This is my Agra. This is my Taj right here. I'm the one who will take pride in my work. I'm the one who's going to show it to you. That is giving care to the other. The tourist felt, I'm welcomed here. I work very, very closely with government of Mexico, as I said, and I do a lot of work with them. I will be there next week, and I'm going to miss this platform for that week. But whenever I go to Mexico for work, I'm seeing the way the tourists are welcomed. They are like kings and queens. Welcome. They've got banners, they've got hoardings, they've got UV lights flashing on, like all of them. You feel, oh my God, where I am. Just have a look on YouTube, Cancun Airport, welcome. You will see it for yourself. I'm not just saying it. You will go, you will see. What are they doing? They're giving care. They're giving welcoming. And what are they doing? They're giving you virtual hugs. So, gentlemen, ladies, sisters, brothers, friends, wherever you are, mind should say, I got to give 60 seconds beyond myself. I got to leave myself away for 60 seconds and give some care, give some love, and then if you give some love, earned will automatically come to you, which is learned. I do want to say that I love the platform here. The Canadian culture loves the culture of India.
Wow.
There is a very, very big saying, and there is a lot of presence on the land on which India is based on. It is a rich soil. Those who are in India, they are highly, highly respected from, I'm saying most part. Of course, there are always both sides of the seesaw, but the majority, the bigger weight is on of the seesaw is on a huge respect for the Indians. That is why the immigration department of Canada welcomes people from India. They never say no to work. Here, culture is 5 o'clock means 5 o'clock. Sorry, sir, I cannot do your work. Indian says, I don't care. I got to finish my work. I got to go beyond. I got to take a step. I got to do one step beyond. There's one more thing I want to bring to this platform. It may contradict a little bit with lots of others, but please allow me to. There is, you know, how you pick up the quotes from different ads in the world or different visuals in the world or the boarding. So one of them is an Kingfisher ad. Vijay Malia's team. I mean, I'm not going to come to the nitty-gritty of what he's done for the world and taken money with. That's his personal thing. I'm not even concerned. But he hired his ad agency to launch a product, and he came out with this Kingfisher calendars, which we all know about. What he did, people see only the glamour side of it. But has anybody noted the tagline of that? Very, very less. I have it inscripted in my mind. Go beyond your limits. If you ever see how do they hire those girls, it's not that you're looking beautiful, you're walking the ramp, you're doing this. No. It is totally opposite. How do they hire? They take them, they ask them to fill a form, and they say that on that particular form, they say, what are your fears? And I remember this episode, this one girl who said, I am fear of drowning. What did they take? They took that team, the whole crew, the whole team, took them to a beach, wherever it was. I don't know the place, but they took her to the beach. They made her sit on an elephant. Please YouTube this, what I'm saying. You all will enjoy this. And they made her sit on an elephant, and then they said, now you got to jump. And she was so scared. He said, we promise you will not die and you will not drown. We promise. The whole crew is here. The whole team is here. But you got to jump. What were they trying to do? They were trying to go beyond the limit. They want to see how much metal you have inside you. That is what one of the things. As I said, we should pick up good things from others. Whatever their personal life is, this platform is not even concerned about that. The government of India and the courts and the Supreme Court is going to look after all of that stuff. But let's look what we can pick. And that ad agency, I don't know the name of the ad agency, but it's very easy to find online. But they actually won awards for hosting such an event. So, my dear friends, we got to think beyond our limit. We don't have to say, Aaj Rajma's rice hai, dal hoegi kal. Your day should not end just with that. Your day should end, what did I do? How productive I was. Did I give care to anybody? Did I really inspire another human being? Did I really made a difference? Even if you take a 5 seconds difference to another person, you have won the day. And that's all I want to say for now. I can go on and on, but I do want to please learn and earn.
Absolutely. Something very interesting when we were talking about caregivers, and you are so passionate, and you being a tourism strategist, you always think because you're passionate about that subject. And in the entire tourism industry, when you talk about policy, when you talk about planning, you talk about marketing, you talk about domestic marketing, you talk about international marketing, you talk about strategies and everything and all that. The most important person in the entire tourism arena is that tourist guide who is going to spend maximum time with that tourist who is visiting India, going to show him best possible way, whatsoever he can package in that time, make that person as comfortable as possible, like caregivers in the wellness sector, health sector, and personal caregiving. Something very interesting, Vikasji, I got it over here. Tour guides are ambassadors. Tour guides are ambassadors of countries and tourist destinations to ensure tourist satisfaction, destination image, and tourist revisitation.
Very,
That
very, very well said. Yes.
which I just got it, and we have made a 1 minute video also on that, which we keep sharing from the platform. So, like in entire tourism industry, when we are talking about the tourist guide, over here in the wellness sector, doctors are there, nurses are there, paramedical people are there, specialists are there, surgeons are there, everybody is there. But ultimately, that whether a small baby or whether an elderly couple, with whomsoever, they are going to spend those 24 hours while taking care of them. I think caregivers are the most important segment of this society. It's such a noble cause and it's such a noble profession. And getting an opportunity to go to Canada and work over there, I'm pretty sure by the time Vikas ji returns from Mexico, and all of us we join on 14th of May. We would take this journey forward with you. Next week, I'm going to take you to United States. We wish Vikas ji all the best for his journey to Mexico. Let him
Thank you.
enjoy tomorrow the Travel Agents Appreciation Day also in Canada, and keep enjoying yourself also, each one of you, those who have joined in the program today. And what he made a very big contribution today when he made, and that endorsement which he has done, that can you spend 60 seconds to think what have you contributed to humanity today on this planet where you have come. One of my mentors, Les Brown, he says, it's a shame if you disappear from this world without contributing something substantial to humanity. Because your knowledge, your wisdom, everything, if it goes with you to grave, and if it is not being beneficial to humanity and society, then I think you have not lived your life. Thank you, Vikas ji. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you
And
for having me.
the best for your trip, and look forward meeting
Thank
you
you.
on 14th of May. Regards, happy
That's
day. Have a wonderful day. And
Bye,
all
everybody. Thank you.